Genealogy tourism encourages people to take a more humanistic approach to issues of belonging, home, heritage, identity, and the interest in tracing one's roots is growing at a rapid pace.
Was written down there by the prophets, written down there on the ground, written down there by the prophets, written down there on the ground. One love and one heart.
We at the Barbados Tourism Product Authority are happy to partner with the Archives Department to promote this viable immersion niche.
Sing my song with me, your harmony. My father sent me to warn the nations, written down there round creation.
Today is a history lesson. We're going back to school. All right. So anybody was able to answer that question for me? That great West Indian, come, darling.
I copy. That's all right.
You copy? Come there, come. Let me see if you copy right. Because you know people copy copy. Don't people name too? Right. Who was that great cricketer, West Indian cricketer who went to Panama?
George Henry.
That is correct. Give her a round of applause. Right, George Henry. I bet one of them know that. What do they know that, you know? Right. I want one of my visitors to come. Come, Mr. UK, you come. I got a question for you. Yes, you. Right, good. So we're gonna get the dancers gonna get themselves together. I remember we want you to take care. I'll be involved today. How are you, sir? You good? Well, you glad to be right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the right thing. You know, all right. So where your wife is from?
I'm from Barbados.
She's from Barbados. Yeah. What part of Barbados you from, sweet girl?
St. James.
You from St. James? Right. Are you able to do care?
Yeah.
So you carry my Bajan girl? Right. All right. Right. So see that you're from Barbados, I want to ask you a question. Let me see if you know anything about Barbados. Right. Where would you find the animal flower cave? Hush one of them, not one of them. Which parish would you find the animal flower cave?
I think it's the
It's correct. It's in St. Lucie. Right. I really, if your man comes sometimes and you ain't got the money, what do people used to do? Mommy at home. Mommy at home. A little girl, the mother tells you that when your man comes, tell you at home. Right? The only man picture the vendor. He say, tell your mother, or see when she go on town. Right? So when your man come in now, he say, hello. And he open and say, my mother said to tell you that she at home.
I'm here in Black Rock, St. Michael, opposite the Usain Bolt Sports Complex of the University of the West Indies. Actually, it's a Genealogy Marketplace organized and sponsored by the Barbados Tourism Product Authority in association with the National Archives Department. We have many persons who are here with some interest in learning more about their own family history. Me personally, it is very important because I am on a mission to finding out more about my own family. I have begun my own genealogy study into the Greenwich family, which originated in Barbados. My father was born in Guyana to a Barbadian father who migrated from Barbados to Guyana in the early 1900 period. This is an opportunity for me to springboard my own genealogy research. I am on a mission to finding out more about my own grandparents as well as my great-grandparents who were Barbadians, and they had other offspring other than my grandfather, and I'm determined to find out who those other offspring of my great-grandparents were. And certainly what I've learned thus far here at the 4th edition of the Genealogy Marketplace, sponsored by the Barbados Tourism Product Authority, gives me further insight into how I can actually begin and continue with my research into my own family history.
Oh, yes, just it.
here?
A bit of our history.
Okay.
I'm quite excited. I'm going to take a walk around and I'll see you.
We catch it. We catch it.
Today is wonderful. She always pulls it together. She has done a phenomenal job. Madge, I want to bow down to you and thank you so much. You know, you've done it again. So I want to thank Madge. All this is Madge. And also the archive department. You work very, very close to the archive department.
I think is no loss because of negligence. You know, it was around all through my childhood, but then, you know, you just see these things and you take them for granted. I know I have no idea where it is. Making copies is very, very important for safety and preservation as well. Right, this next slide is that of not making a master copy. This slide encourages for reasons based on safekeeping to leave the master copy at home and travel with a duplicate, which makes a lot of sense. Next point, that of not organizing your records. The reason that organization helps us to both think and act in an orderly fashion. So once your records are in order, you can, you would assume that, you know, you could manage your research more carefully. Another error is made in family history research is that of not being attentive to clues that your ancestors would have left behind. Things like letters and medals, gold coins. All of this would have given you some type of evidence as to, you know, their whereabouts at a given point in time. Like, for instance, letters may yield information about additional family members that you would not know about, you may not have known about. Medals would provide evidence that they were perhaps in the military, the army at some point in time. Gold coins from another country would mean that they may have traveled during some point in time. So all these things are clues to for safeguarding your family history research. Okay. Mistake number 9 is that of assuming that your surname was never spelled in a different way. We know from experience that there are a number of surnames which were spelled differently, and sometimes you may pass them over. Names such as Rollins, R-O-L-L-I-N-S, as opposed to Rollins, R-A-W-L-I-N-S, which could be, you know, if you see these two variations, they could point to the same, you know, family line. Prescott and Prescott, Myers and Myers, Miller with an E and Miller with an A. Okay, next up is some useful websites that we will be delving into at the end of our presentation segment. We have familyhistory.org, which is useful but not comprehensive for baptisms, marriages, and burials from the 1600s and beyond. Then we have CaribbeanFamilyHistory.org. There are Barbados burials here before 1870 and right up to 2011 that you can easily go on. They were transcribed from parochial burial registers as well as Westbury Cemetery registers. Next we have EllisIslandRecords.org, and this proves very useful for those persons whose ancestors emigrated to the U.S. from Ellis Island. The ship's manifest would sometimes provide the emigrants' parents' names as well as the address and the New York address. And to Barbados Department of Archives here on Black Rock, St. James. Then we have the registration department that is originally in the Supreme Court complex, but right now it happens to be at the Manor Lodge complex in Grey Hill. There's the Barbados Museum and Historical Society at the Garrison, the National Library Service on Independence Square in Bridgetown. There's also the Sidney Martin Library where you can also access the slave list in the West Indies collection.
The only persons I've known with my last name are my immediate family. Dawson is an uncle. See, so the only family that I know in Barbados for my surname is mine. So it would really be interesting to me to find out my granddad's uncle. So anybody with that name is most likely family. So I would like to know a little further back. Yeah.
My surname is Greenwich. My grandfather was a Barbadian who migrated to Guyana in search of a better life in the early 1900 period. While there he had relations, married, and produced children. As a result of that migration, I was born. And there is some level of curiosity that is within me to find out more about my own family history with origins in Barbados. And my attendance here at the Genealogy Marketplace was an opportunity for me to learn more about how I can actually begin and continue that research which I have already started. My intention is to find out more about my great-grandparents who were born in Barbados. They lived in Barbados. My father was one of 12 children born to my grandfather, who was Barbadian and who migrated to Guyana. My grandfather had other siblings. I do not know who they were, but I know there were 5, the last of whom died in 1993. One, Christopher Greenwich. I know there are others, and I am on a mission to find out who those other siblings were. I am operating on the hypothesis that all the Greenwiches in Barbados are related, but I'm hoping that via my research that I will find out more information about the Greenwich family in Barbados and Guyana and beyond, because many of us have migrated beyond Barbados, beyond Guyana, and started life in other islands in other countries. I invite you to continue to follow my journey as I seek to discover my great-grandparents and their offspring. Continue to follow my vlogs. I will be posting more about my journey, my discovery of who these Greenwiches were, my discovery into my great-uncles, my grandfather's brothers and sisters, if there were indeed any, where they lived, and who their own offspring were. For me, this is an exciting journey, and I want to bring you all along with me on this journey of discovery. I'll be posting on my Facebook page, Carsine Greenwich. I will be posting on my Instagram page as well as on my IGTV, my vlogs and my discovery over the next few months.
The Genealogy Marketplace, designed to help develop the budding market of genealogy tourism, showcased the multicultural nature of Barbados.
If you want to know your family tree, come down to the archives. If you want to know history, if you students, when the student says, the young people, come down with the information here. Remember, the archives are here for all of you. So let me make sure that we keep the culture alive, that we keep Barbados alive, that as we celebrate his, we remember where we come from, where we are, and where we're going.
When it's walk manna, walking, when it's fat manna, feting, cause I am a proud Barbadian, I'm accustomed to this sweating.
The BTPA and the Barbados Archives Department look forward to growing this niche market of genealogy tourism and providing the opportunity for Barbadians and more to reconnect with their past.
I am a proud Barbadian, I'm accustomed to this sweating.